Okay, good morning. I'm up, finally. I woke up about 1:30 this morning, and I came out here because I had a headache. I have a headache and an upset stomach, unfortunately. So I came out here and I got all comfy in the chair and started watching some Leave It to Beaver and went off to sleep. And it was really nice, except for my damned headache. I got a pretty good headache. It feels as bad as the one I had Thursday. I am hoping and praying that the coffee does the trick. I just poured myself a cup. I've been taking some Gaviscon, which is my heartburn medication, and drinking water, so I hope that does it. I sure don't want to have to go to work with another dang-danged headache like I did Tuesday. The only thing I can think of is that it was my dinner. I had that burger last night. I had that half-pound burger and macaroni salad. And it's kind of unusual stuff. The macaroni's pretty rich. And there's quite a bit of salt and pepper in it. I put salt and pepper on the burger when I originally made it, and I put more salt on the burger, so I don't know if that's it or not. But we're gonna go sit down and try to enjoy my cough of cuppy. Cough of cuppy. Cough of cuppy. Cup of coffee. There's my tablet. I charged up overnight. Should be good to go. Yep. It's pretty fun. I enjoy playing these games. I'm not sure what I'll do tonight, if I'll go back to continue with the farming simulator. It still cracks me up. Farm simulator. Or if I'll go back to sitting down in the chair. Go back to the flight simulator. I was able to save a buck, so they're still there. I don't know. We'll see. So I just got computers fired. This computer. I was watching Beaver on this. Oh, I hope this coffee does it. So it is, and I know I forgot to say this, it is Sunday morning. It is my Friday. And it is August the 23rd. 2015. It's my Friday. And it's my 12th day without the booze. 12 days. Wow. This is my danger day. Just like last week. And I'm pretty concerned about it today because yesterday I almost had myself talked into drinking. I did. That was disturbing that I could end up going back to it after all this time. But I'm an alcoholic and I'm going to fight this the rest of my life. As short as it's going to be. Because I am 55, but it's going to be a fight and battle the rest of my life, unfortunately. But I brought it on myself. Nobody held a gun to my head back when I first started on the Daily Habit back in 1981. I remember well. I remember very well being at home, and I'd go down to the store and I'd get one can one can of beer, 1 pint of beer. Because back then you could buy them by the pint. Well, I would, this was back when MASH, the TV show, was on. And I don't remember what night it was, but I got in the habit of watching MASH with beer. It was only half an hour show, so one can of beer was it. And I was doing leather work back in those days. Leather crafting type work. I was building. I had my very first gun ever. And I was building a belt, a sling that you go across, that you wear on your shoulder. You wear two. And I was building it using Chicago screws, brass fasteners, Chicago screws, and building a belt to hold bullets. And it was very meticulous. I had a handheld little thing that would punch holes in it. So I could, it was fun. I enjoyed it. Before that, I'd done some other leather work and really enjoyed it. It was fun stuff. And, anyway, and that's when it started. And I'd go down and I was experimenting with all kinds of beers back then because I'd just turned 21. And I would buy Schlitz, and there was, of course, the old Blitz, Weinhard, and Olympia, and back then you had the stubby bottles. I don't know if anybody remembers the stubby bottles. And, it was funny. This new beer had came out, and a neighbor down the street had told me about it. It's called Magnum. You had Schlitz malt liquor, which was a stout or something, and it was stronger. And you also had this other beer that was really strong. It was called Old English 800. Well, I wouldn't really get started on the Old English 800 until the year or so later, and that would go on for quite a few years. Quart bottles of Old English 800. Anyway, I would be home watching MASH, and I'd have this can of Magnum. And this one can just got me rip snorting. But I wasn't starting until like 8 o'clock at night, and then going to bed at 10 or 11 or 12 or whatever. So I'd have one can of beer, and that's basically what started it. And that would be like a daily thing, I guess. And then, I don't know, I moved out, moved to this town at that point, and I was in a different town. I grew up in a different town. And, living with roommates, and that when the daily drinking really started. Well, I still remember vividly. All that stuff started in 82, 83, 84. Yeah, remember well. Anyway, I gotta stop rambling here. So we're gonna head off to work here. Probably, like to get there about 5 or 5:30. And then see what happens, and hopefully get out of there early today. And that'll be that. So, my danger day. Sorry to ramble on like that. Just going down memory lane here. Coffee. So, one last thing before I go. After I shut the camera off last night, I turned on Hawaii Five-0, and I watched, I believe, right at 14 or 15 minutes of it, and then I was done. I was toast. I could not stay awake another minute longer. So we're going to have to go back to that one, and honestly, I remember very little about it. Depending on how we feel today, how I feel today, I might end up just restarting it over. But so we won't get to the last episode of the season 10 until tomorrow. So that's it for now. I'm gonna head off to work here soon after having coffee and do a little bit of editing, and that's it. So we'll be back later tonight with a closing video of some type. That's it for now.